I ain't gotta fabricate it, proof is in the pudding. Use that shit as motivation, I'ma keep it pushing. I ain't gotta live a lie, truth be told. I look in your eyes and I tell you despise. That shit overrated, outdated, played out. When I sense hatred, like erasing, I fade out. I gotta get it, whether you gon' rock and roll, I don't know. But either way, I'm fixing to break out. My life changing like leaves change in the fall. I've been broken too, but you don't see me tripping at all. Cause what goes around comes around. Niggas hate why they up, cause they got the means to let you down. See the bigger picture. You ain't tripping on no dollar cause you richer, nigga. Fuck a hoe and face your problems cause you different, nigga. That's the game. I got my own car and created me a lane. Fuck you saying? I can't recall.
Hey everybody, thank y'all for tapping in with Tiff. This video for today is going to be just overall definition of what spirituality is to me. And just to give a little disclaimer before I get into everything I'm gonna say, the things I say are based off of my experiences, and also, based off experiences I went through on my journey. Everything I'm gonna be telling y'all are things that I've experienced on my journey and also things that I've learned through connecting with spirit. But definitely, don't be offended by the things I say or feel, because I have to do nothing but just speak the truth and speak what I have experienced. And also I gotta allow spirit to, use me as vessel, spiritual vessel that I am, and let spirit speak through me. But I can't be anything but real and straightforward. So, please don't be offended by anything that I say. But if this is a sensitive topic for you, then definitely click off this video because you might hear a lot of things that nobody has said to you before or that you're not aware of. And don't mind me if I'm just looking over to the side, just, looking at my little notes I jotted down. But for the first point we're going to get on, my first point that you guys need to know as far as spirituality, and basically I'm going to just go through all of my points that everybody needs to know before they start their spiritual journey. So the first one is you are more powerful than you think. And basically what I mean by that is that a lot of us don't understand that the source that created all of us, that we connected to, we just as powerful as that source. Just as powerful as the deities that watch over us, spirits, orishas, anything like that. We don't understand that we have the same power that they possess. And an affirmation that I always tell myself, just to tap back into higher frequencies and things like that, I always repeat, I am the creator that created me. And a lot of people get offended when I, wake them up with grand rising gods and goddesses, or if I, go up to a male and refer to him as a god, go up to a female, refer to her as a goddess. A lot of people get offended by that. But the Most High that created us, he's not offended when I say that, because source, deities that's watching over us, loved ones, they want us to understand that we possess the same power that the creator possesses. So again, I'm going to repeat that. You are more powerful than you think. And also, along with that, a lot of people think that, growing up in religion and growing up with everything that was stuffed down our throats, put into our heads, and all the lies that we've been being told, we were never told that we were powerful and that we are just as powerful as the creator that created us. So with us having that mindset for so long, we don't think that we could tap into higher frequencies. We don't think that we could get messages directly from source, directly from spirits that's watching over us. And that's not true at all. We shouldn't think of ourselves as just a weak link that's worshiping a higher God that's just going to give us all the answers. That's not the truth. That's not how it works. But, the creator wants us to know that we are just as powerful as, he or she is, because we shouldn't just be, putting so much power into one source that that we think we're just completely powerless. Like literally when people go through things, say, "Oh, I'm gonna give it to God," or a problem happened in their life, "Oh, I'm gonna give it to God." Um, they feel like that they should do more, as far as their business or something like that. "Oh, I'm gonna just give it up to God and it'll work itself out." No, the Most High wants us to know that we are the creator of our own realities, and we shouldn't put so much, I don't know, just put so much of our energy into uh um put so much of our energy into just one being that's really not the being that's watching over us. Pretty much. um so going on to the second point, understand that you don't know everything. And even with me still going down the rabbit hole and still going through my journey, I still tell myself all the time, like, man, it's still so much that I need to learn and so much that I need to research. But the first thing I need to realize is that I don't know everything. I haven't come in contact with a lot of information, a lot of things that I've never come in contact with. And a lot of people get, offended by me trying to tell my truth, trying to tell the truth about just how the world is. But you can't get offended because you don't know everything. Um, and once I came to that realization, it's like, I just opened my mind, soul, and body up to a whole nother world that was right in front of me that I never even seen before, that I never looked into, I never researched. So it's very important for everybody just to know, like, all the information that you got right now in your life, that's not all the information that you should have. We should be looking deeper into things. We should be letting our mind explore things. We should be questioning everything because it'll just bring us closer to source and it'll bring you closer to the truth. Um, so the next point that I have is that you won't find answers or a connection to source outside of yourself. So before you start your spiritual journey, before you even go along with me on my page with all the information that I'm dropping, it's very important for you to absorb all of these points that I'm making. A lot of people, think that it's gonna be a sky daddy that just come out of the heavens and come and save us one day, but that's looking outside of yourself. That's not going within or anything like that. Um, that's you literally wishing that a higher power that you think is more powerful than you will just come and save the day. But that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We honestly supposed to be, using meditation, using other ways to go within and to make a connection with source. And when I say go within, a lot of people get confused when I say that. But basically, what I mean is don't seek answers, validation, source, anything like that outside of yourself because that's not where you're going to find it. Um, Spirit is literally a part of us. Like, source is literally a part of us. So why would we go and venture outside of ourselves to seek answers or to seek a connection with the source that created us? Um, and the next point I have is we never needed manuals or a facility to connect to source. Um, so basically, I'm going to just tell it like it is. Religion is bullshit. Religion was just a way to control us. Religion is just a way to keep us, bounded to certain rules that we never had. We were naturally spiritual beings. We didn't need religion, a book. We didn't need church or anything like that to tell us how to connect to source. We naturally knew how to do it. We knew how to go within and to make a connection to source, to get insight, answers, all of that. So definitely, stop looking outside of yourself so much for the Most High, for what a lot of y'all are saying is God. And I'm sure a lot of y'all expected me to use the word God, but I got to get y'all out of y'all comfort zones. Um, And a lot of people, you know, when I say these things, they think, oh, when I'm going into spirituality, I'm connecting with a whole nother source than what I knew. No, you're connecting with the source that's always been watching over you. You just never knew the proper way to connect to source. Um, so the next point that I got is push yourself outside of your comfort zones. So basically that means like and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a process. It took me 2 to 3 years to get to this point where I'm at now. So definitely, you know, don't think it's gonna happen overnight, and don't be hard on yourself for, you know, still holding on to beliefs that you've been comfortable with your whole life, because they've been put on you your whole life since you've been a child. So it's going to take time for you to get out of comfort zones, get out of boundaries that you've been in since you've been born. Um, but also, it's going to be a process. It's going to be tough, you know, for you to just open your mind and get your mind out of boundaries that it's been in. Um, because a lot of people don't realize it until they go into their spiritual journey. But within religion, it's just rules. That's all it is. And religion is nothing but a watered down dupe of spirituality. Um, and a lot of the things that you guys see in the Bible, it's a lot of misconstrued stories that's you know, being, I don't know, that's completely wrong, you know. And plus the wordplay they use in religious texts and things like that is meant to keep us asleep. It's meant to keep us in the dark. It's meant to keep us away from what we were born to do. It's meant to keep us away from the truth. It's meant to keep us away from actually connecting with spirit, because once you connect with spirit, baby, you're a whole force to be reckoned with. um, so, you know, push yourself out of your comfort zones. And that also goes with, you know, just finding different ways to connect with spirit instead of doing what you've always done. Do meditation, say affirmations, start journaling. Like, you literally have to get yourself out of those comfort zones of just being a robot. Literally, because I didn't realize I was a robot until I got into my spiritual journey. So, you know. Um, and then the next point that I have is you won't hear this information anywhere else, because we're not meant to have this information. So, you know, definitely listen to what I'm saying and read my videos with an open heart, open mind, open soul, because you won't find this information unless you go looking for it. And you won't find this information just, you know, just, oh, pop up on the screen, because a lot of people are still under the umbrella of religion. A lot of people don't know this information, and you won't know this information until you open yourself up to the spiritual world and you take yourself out of your comfort zones, and until you actually do research. And that's something I have to repeat over and over again. Do your research, do your research, do your own research. Don't just wait for me to give you all the answers. If you see something that you questioning and you want to know more information about it, use your resources and do research. I don't have to give you all the answers. And you shouldn't be looking for sources outside of yourself to find the answers. But the next point I have is it's time to reverse the curse. Um, and I'm going to just go ahead and talk about that point with the next one. The next point, well, the last point I have is that little voice in your head will connect you to source, intuition / higher self. So basically, a lot of people aren't aware that this information is not information that we're supposed to have, specifically melanin people. And that's because, you know, there are powers that be that don't want us to know how powerful we are, powers that be that don't want us to know that we can make a connection to source, powers that be that are using the energy of deities that's been on our side this whole time, but now they're programmed to work for the powers that be because we've been asleep for this whole time. So literally the list goes on and on and on as to why it's time to reverse the curse. And pretty much the curse is us being asleep. And a lot of people, don't realize that they aren't aware until they go looking for the information, until they actually open their mind up to, oh, okay, maybe I really don't know it all. But that little voice in your head, literally, like, even when you like trying to make a decision or something and you just in your mind like, okay, should I do this? Like, I don't know, if I do this, then da 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 da, or if I do that, da da da. Literally, that little voice in your head that you have, that you go back to time and time again, that little voice can lead you to your higher self, and then it could lead you on to so many other deities, spirits that's watching over you, source, like all of your protection that's watching over you. And also, like, it'll just reel you in closer to insight, to truth, to just even you, like, being able to develop yourself internally, not just externally. So listen to that little voice in your head and know that you're not crazy for having that little voice in your head. That little voice in your head is literally like your higher self trying to help you out with making certain decisions, and there's also spirit trying to reach out to you and give you insight. So don't run from that little voice in your head. Just know that that little voice in your head can lead you closer to source. But, we also have deities, ancestors, loved ones, divine guardians that watch over us. So you shouldn't just think that, oh, it's just one God that we should just be worshiping and we should be giving all our energy to. Like, yes, there is one supreme creator, and I say Olodumare. I do not use, like certain English words to refer to the Most High no more, because I realize now that energy can be put into words. And I realize that it's best for us to just go to the origin of what our ancestors used to do so we can make a connection. And, it'll take time for everybody here to wrap around what I'm saying and to receive this information, but it's important for me to get this information. But, all of this stuff that I'm saying may seem new and weird to you, but literally the protection that's around you spiritually, they've been waiting for you to wake up, for you to be aware of all this information, for you to receive this message. And, it may seem weird to you, but honestly, like, deep down in your soul, a part of you remembers all this information. A part of you knows how to make a connection to source. We just don't remember. We've been brainwashed so much that we don't remember. So open your heart, open your mind, open your soul, research, be genuine, question everything, but also trust yourself, trust your intuition, because your soul not gonna lie to you. But the most important thing, go within. Source isn't outside of yourself. You're not gonna make a connection to source within a book. You're not gonna make a connection to source within a temple or church. None of that. You have to go within and make a connection to source. But thank y'all for tapping in. I'm gonna be dropping more videos soon, and I'm also gonna be posting horoscope reading soon, so definitely be looking out for that. But thank y'all have a great day.
I know that I'm the shit, I don't need your secondhand opinions. I see the hate on your face, you can't play chameleon.